What up, boy? Right, sound. I'm gonna make some. So, right now, I still want to see what's up. Kind of took a red arrow, but only by about. Sanchez decides to get a we should high scoring. This is a current team. See what we. Oh, we're good. We definitely want Pope. I don't think we're gonna want the nub. Burns got to go. I did make this, but I've actually already. So I've actually kind of some places up on my. We're not actually gonna. Hide in the bank. So whether we're gonna go Sanchez. Uh, um, got to move. Whether I want to keep Salah, knowing his kind of do for the Aston Villa Leicester thing, I don't keep. Just is he going to be that consistent enough compared to like a Harry Kane and like two, like 8 minutes? I call him pretty much as a pre. That, or I get Cancelo out, have placement. But then it's who do I actually replace him with? I suppose I could put Salah back in, but I suppose like Perisic could be a good option replacement. He played 90 minutes. He actually had like a little play night. I just don't think he'll do that when Son's back. The only little problem we're going. Yeah, Ben White is actually better. I had Salah, but like I've already lost 4 points on him, so I can't bring him back in. So I've got that. So I'd have to move out Saka, Martinelli, or G. I feel like G. Like it's hard because I don't really want to lose Cancelo, but if I can afford to try and get into a Kane or something, or I keep Cancelo and go Ivan Toney. I still think Jesus is a viable option. I don't think the dictate to have him in. I don't think it's a bad option after week. Darwin, I feel like people aren't really going to bring him in, but he's going to creep back up, start scoring again. So he, in a way, different because not everyone's going to bring Darwin Núñez. He only had that one good week, really. Apart from this, he had a good week start season, and then he had all this. Not really do a lot. Because he's had these two last, so it seems like he's picking again. As we can see, he's picking up all for Leicester, Brentford, Aston Villa, Leicester, Brentford, Brighton, Chelsea, Wolves, Everton. These games to me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, seem good form against Newcastle. But when I get to like this game week 28 point after this week, this is when I'd consider wildcarding for the next 10 straight games. That is when I'd consider wildcarding. But essentially, I'd play Nunes, Man City, Arsenal. Play on the Arsenal fixture. I have to just bench my Man City defender, Arsenal defender, whatever I've got that game. Man City, I just play him. Then I've got Leeds, Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Tottenham, Brentford, Leicester, Aston Villa, Southampton. I've got Wolves and Chelsea, obviously. And to get all rid of Kane or Bank. I like a one. Yeah, true. But I just don't know what to do with the current of how I've got it set up. Like, the logical solution would be replacing Saka, bringing in someone who's a little bit cheaper. Like, I don't mind Bernardo Silva as an option for 6.9 mil. I don't even mind Xhaka. Rashford's okay. SA is doing okay. Tavernier seems to be scoring every week. Be a great bench option, by the way, guys. Tavernier could be a phenomenal bench option. He seems to be scoring every single week. But I feel like Gibbs White, I like White as a like 0.5% owned. A nice bench option. But honestly, I feel Bruyne's needed, and that wouldn't lead to striker. Like, I bought De Bruyne in there. I'd only have 6.4 for the striker. So unless I put a Solanke in here, worth it. And man, I like Odegaard. I do. But I just can't see him consistently outscoring Martinelli. But I have gone a lot without Martinelli, so I'm not afraid to go without Martinelli. I wouldn't even mind getting rid of Martinelli, putting in Bernardo Silva. I feel like Bernardo Silva could easily outperform low owned. Bernardo Silva's in Pep's squad every single week, so he will pick up those assists. But it's a hard call to make, because I also feel like Trossard's going to start doing well again. So it's a really hard decision. I can go Odegaard. The problem with Odegaard is he has those very good weeks once in a blue moon, and has a terrible week. So it's whether he's going to keep performing. I am looking at my phone, guys, so it seems like I'm looking to the side because I'm reading out of that. Martinelli for his price is insane. Yes. Good. I think it's incredible. I made so much money off Martinelli that I tipped him. I've lost 1 mil at the 103 because I decided to move. Slay, do me a favour, get this numpty out of the chat for me, please. Thank you. We don't have numpties like you. Time him out for the rest of the stream as well, usually. We don't like numpties coming to for. I don't do it for free. It's a fad. Get out my stream. What was he talking about? Right, Marley's price isn't. Yeah. But when you say insane, do you mean like he's good for his price, or his price is just insane? I need to make that 3 seconds long. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. Now he's timed out for 300 seconds by me as well, so that's a good 10 minutes. Go together. Dumpties. Why do people feel the need to that, man? Does my head. Right, go on, Slayer. Ask what questions you're asking. I need some suggestions. I'm actually. I made like 20 transfers. I've switched it twice. I thought my rank so much later. I don't see why I've done that, but. I stopped panicking. I lost myself 1 mil by panicking. Salah run. But I'll say that. Ben White outperforms Salah about half the time anyway. You look at his bloody information, he's still been outperforming. Ben White can easily have those assists. It's not hard for Ben White to pick up assists. That's quite a good total. Bro, I'm going all in. Yeah, Robert could. Robert would playing very, very well right now. It's like if I was to go KDB Salah, it's a lot of where the logical decision seems to just go De Bruyne, but I don't really not want Salah. Hard. Just De Bruyne tends to be a bit more consistent compared to others. The problem is he's got Leeds, Everton, then Chelsea, us, Tottenham, Villa, and oh, it's a great run. I feel like we'll probably get battered by City. So will Chelsea. Tottenham's going to be an easy way they're playing. Villa, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, they're easy fixtures. Newcastle, I'd have to probably bench Pope that game up. Crystal Palace, West Ham. Because we've got that next wild card, as long as I've got players that are going to be consistent for at least till game week 28, then I can wild card into the last 10. Bear in mind, I've got 10 transfers between those weeks as well. Like, if I can wildcard game week 28, that would leave myself the last 12 weeks to set a team up for 12 weeks, plus the 12 transfers I'll get in those weeks to plan out, plus the 10 transfers I'm getting up from this week. So I can necessarily go for big punts. Not a lot of them, just a couple here and there that could boost my rank a lot. Hey, I told you Ward was going to bag. I had full confidence that Leicester were going to win comfortably and Ward was going to bag. That didn't surprise me one bit, and I kind of wish I had him myself, but one of those. I think the worst decision I made was having Raya and Sanchez when I should have just gone Raya and Ward in the long term. It would have saved me 0.5 to upgrade the defender too, or like a midfielder, so it didn't really pay off for me long term. My buzzing. It's more the fact people are so bored to come in here, like, I'll come and don't worry about my stuff. Get your ass out. I can't wait till that so that's a W in heaven's making me. And that is something I'm going with. I am going with Pope and Ward either way. It's just I'm struggling, lads. I need some people to give me some ideas of any big gems that you know about, any gems apart from like Somerville. That's the only one I'm kind of looking towards right now. See, I like Dean Henderson too, though. Like, what's Dean Henderson's upcoming fixtures? Just those consistent saves. I know he hasn't done it the last 2 weeks, but not Man U, Chelsea, but like Southampton, Leicester, Bournemouth, Leeds, Fulham. Those are great fixtures for him. Obviously, I'll have to play Pope the first. I'll have to obviously do and Pope if I was to do that though. But Pope and Ward's a W. This guy though, guys, I'm telling you now, this is such a big player having your team. The consistency for Somerville the last 4 weeks is incredible. Consistency, like Liverpool, Tottenham, Bournemouth, Fulham. He's scoring goals and assisting in consecutively. That doesn't tell you that Leeds are playing phenomenal by coming back from like 3-0 down every single week. And he's scoring and assisting every single week. For the... Gotta wait more closer to the deadline. Yeah, I don't see why I even made any transfers, to be honest with you. I've kind of caught myself up like 2,000 rank places, and to be honest, I'm not one of those losers who sits here and goes, oh, I'm bothered about 3k or 4k ranks. I'm not that. 10. Why is he gonna get bonus? I'm 1,000. I'm always had bonus. He hasn't had free time. No, he hasn't had free. No. 6 points, 7 points, 13.7. So he's had 33 last 4 games. But he is going to get free 10 points. I feel like you can actually afford to play Somerville over like Delot or Ben White. I actually think you can afford to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, the last 3 years, all I've done is count rank, 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 rank. Where am I going to be in this? Rank, rank. No, I don't care. I just want to be top of my league and at least be in the top 100. Then I'll be happy with that. That's all I'll need. Top 100k, the top of my mini league. I'll be fine with that. I've got 80 points to catch up. The grind's on. We need differentials, different picks to everyone else. We're not going to. And the wildcard's there to save us, worst case scenario. That's how we're going to play it. Gotta go really big here. 80, 90 point first week when everyone else is going to get like 60 and catch up that 30, 40 mark. That's what we need, a big W on the first week. Good thing now is we can turn the season around in a flick of a hat, and people who are really high can go down quick because of the decisions I'm making now. But this is how you're going to get it really good, by making these really big gems and finding the gems out that are going to do very well. Still think Garnacho's a gem. Some of those just a little bit better. Sometimes I need to see more game time from Garnacho. If he plays today, Alejandro Garnacho, and he scores or just assists and stuff, solid. Yeah, I think the team I've got is solid. You know who I think's a really good pick? Rodrigo, but having Somerville kind of lead away from bringing him in. I'd want Maddison, but his fixtures just are not good the first weeks. So the way I'd play it is I'd have like another 8 mil. Maybe not De Bruyne, have Foden and bring Maddison in for Foden. You know, later on down the line. But I feel like Foden will have starts. Yeah. But I don't feel the need. I feel like maybe I'll go 5-3-2. Sorry, no, 4-4-2, sorry. Have a bigger defender at the back. Maybe that's what I'll do. Is maybe I'll bring in a Robertson or something. Or big at the back. In midfield and good up front. Haaland and Nunes. Because I do feel like I can rely on Nunes every single week. These upcoming fixtures. Like, I just feel like... Sorry, hold on. If Liverpool pick up pace, I feel like... No. Easier game. If Brentford pull down again. Brighton shouldn't be too hard, but Trossard does like to perform his big sides. Chelsea's alright. This is why I don't want Robertson. Because I feel like you'd play him for... I say I want him, obviously, but I feel like you'd play him for 2 games. And you'd have to keep benching him until the Wolves-Everton fixture and then the Bournemouth-Fulham fixture. It's a bit of a hard one to do, Slay. It's actually hard. But he does perform assists a lot of the time. He keeps performing assists. So if he keeps that up, he's going to be a solid pick. But it's whether he's going to keep that up. If Nunes keeps this up, what he's doing, and keeps scoring. Like, the worst case with Nunes is what's going to happen. I make a transfer and bring him out for Jesus or Wilson or Tony or Mitrovic. You know, the other 5, 6 strikers, whatever. 4 strikers that can play. It's not like it's a bad decision having Nunes. I think it's a differential decision. Because I don't actually think many people are going to have him in. I think maybe he'll get to 17% owned. 17% owned. Yeah, Delant and White have good fixtures, I suppose, yeah. As a United fan, man, I'm just happy to have him. Obviously, the Man City and the Arsenal game, he'll be benched. And Ben White will be benched. But, like, I can afford to play Somerville against Aston Villa. No, I can afford to play Solanke if I put him up front. No, I can afford to bring in another defender for Patterson. I've got those replacements everywhere. Like, game week 20, Southampton, I could easily play Patterson if I wanted to. You know, game week 20, Leicester, 19 Southampton, 21 Bournemouth, Leeds, Fulham. You know, I can easily play these players. I got my players. Yeah, but I feel like this is a great, solid team. Just De Bruyne, man, and Salah seems such a good pick. Then, like, Bruyne on paper seems better, and I could have Luis Diaz instead of Salah. That's, in my head, what makes me think this could be a good replacement scheme here. Or go triple Liverpool, Salah, Diaz, Nunes. Big on the Liverpool. Hope it pays off. Or go Nunes, Diaz, Robertson, or Trent. Don't know who. Probably Robertson. and then I've got like another 4 mil spare to bring in Kane. No, I've got that movement now. Bring in all of these players. Really bag. It'll take me 2 moves to go back into Salah. If I needed to down the line. Problem is, it does seem wrong not having a City defender. So maybe I have Emerick Laporte. But then I feel like, I suppose going from Robertson to Cancelo wouldn't be too hard. We'll just go to the, can I not leave this on here while I go to... Okay, it's going to get rid of it. We'll go back and do the transfers again in a sec. Let me just go to my mini league. As you can see, I've had red arrows a lot of the time and a couple hundred ranked this. This was 103.3 mil. But game week transfers 27 I've made this week. That's how much I've been changing my team. I'm kind of regretting that now. I don't see why I was messing around. I forgot if I confirmed the drafts this year that you actually get less rank for loads of transfers at the end of the season. But there's going to be people who make more transfers than worst case. I lose a couple rank. I care now. I'm doing this for fun this year. Hoping I get higher in my mini league. So what can you do about it now? You've confirmed it. You've done it. Get on with it. This is the problem. As you know, Slay, somebody here was 7th this day. Someone here was 2nd this week. So I've caught up a lot, but I'm still a lot behind. But that 15-point gap with 2nd has now turned into a stupid arse gap. It's 27 points, right? Logically, I've got to hope, even as a United fan, that Anthony stays injured, which I think he is. And Andreas obviously blanks. Big thing for me was at least he benched Wood for Pope. I would have been killed. I would have been killed. Like, this is what annoyed me. It was this week. Was if he would have played there and Pope, he would have had a bad week. The Nunez he's holding for 2 weeks has saved him for 1 week. So it's really annoying for me to see all this. But if I'm 80k, I'm particularly 80 points off the top 150k, right? So we've got to catch up 80 points to reach that goal. So we've got to find a way around doing it. Obviously, this week was just dumb. We're going to probably just about get above average and might clip with a decent score. We haven't got to go all in for differential. We have got to go big. I do feel like De Bruyne is a good pick. I just feel like that could be a great pick for me. Logically, we replace Dan Burn with Ben White. And then Cancelo gets replaced with someone. I'm unsure who yet. And obviously, we want probably Saka out. Bruyne in. Or Foden in. Like, this is the other draft I could make. I could either bring De Bruyne in or Diaz in. Where's Diaz at? My man really showing the... I know he's obviously not back till the 26th. But like, that seems like a differential to me. And it seems like it's a good pick. Kulusevski in. I don't feel like Tottenham would do a lot and Kulusevski would do a lot, to be honest. But I could go Kulusevski. Whether he's going to perform the way he's been performing. I wonder what it's doing. Right. On paper, Kulu could be good, but it's like Madison Folanovich looks good. Yeah, but like, suppose I read it. He's had a 5 and a 4. He's had an assist and assist, and blanks, assist, 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 and a goal. This season, he only had 5 assists and 1 goal. So I know he's saying, but it doesn't seem great, I suppose. But he has got Brentford, Arsenal, West Ham. I just don't like the way Spurs are right now. That could change. Don't get me wrong, I could easily do that, but my main thoughts are really. I suppose I could have Odegaard instead of Martinelli, but it'd be worth bringing Odegaard in. Say maximum, he could be an amazing little differential. The problem is, just in thrown like mad. On paper, right, Nick Pope comes in. Or I could bring in Edison. Get clean. First of all, I don't like the way City are conceding. Newcastle don't seem to be conceding a lot of goals. I feel like with those fixtures, I can afford to bench him Arsenal with playing Fulham, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Bournemouth. No, bench him Brighton, City, playing Wolves, Forest, and United. There is a transfers there that I can always bring them out. Alex Jesus is not staying in there, mate. I'm just trying to contemplate what I'm doing. Don't worry, Jesus isn't staying. As far as I'm aware, I actually made all the transfers and didn't really think anything of it. Then I thought, oh, Jesus might do something. Thinks that to contemplate. I've had a crap week. Everyone's probably had a crap week. Alex, I bet you've had a crap week as well, mate. You probably got higher than me because I've had a shocking week. Yeah, I'm on 36 at the moment, Fabio, but I've got Sanchez still in play, so I might get 42. But like, if I get a Sanchez 6-pointer now, I'll be 40. So I'm not in a good position. But in fairness, not many people this week. Him, dude. Yeah, I know. Do you know what it is though? Somehow this is what annoys me. It does take a bit of luck of this game. Like I have all the perfect points. Haaland blanks. You know, Salah blanks. Darwin performs. Jesus blanks. You know, all your template players are blank in 1 week. It does make the week hard. Yeah, FPL Focus had 27. I was looking at FPL Tips. He had 29 points this week. FPL Mate had like 34. You know, people aren't getting good scores, and the pros will, like me and stuff, people who take it seriously, won't have good scores this week because all the players who are good and we brought in aren't performing. Simple as that. And the punts have just outperformed the main players. All the differential picks have outperformed main players this week. That is the main problem. You're going to see that. I'm still deciding what I'm doing with this draft. I'm not making the transfers now. We're just kind of deciding what we're doing. Jesus isn't staying in there. But it says a lot when I'm having a bad week, Focus having a bad week, Galmate's having a bad week, FPL Tips having a bad week, FPL Flares having a bad week, FPL everyone's having a bad week. Does FPL YT. Right, do you want me to show you something that's ridiculous? Oh, I can't. I'm just going to set the score, right? He got like, what did he get last week? He got 70 points last week. and then he's got 59 points this week, and it's just because he's got stupid players like Rodrigo, Maddison, far at the back with Castagna. Dumb. 42 is decent, mate. 42 is decent. Like, if I get 6 points from Sanchez and get 42, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Still a red arrow, but I'll be okay. Everyone's going to have a red arrow this week. Pretty much everyone's going to have a red arrow. So don't worry about red arrows. Alex is probably had a bloody green. I told him to beat that Darwin Núñez move. Got a 13 pointer. And then Slay, I sent him to go Trent over Robbo. I'm apologising now, Slay. But in fairness, I was going off the stats. So I'll apologise. I can't get everything right. I'm only human. May as well captain Trippier. I did tell you to play Ward though, so I got something right. I told Alex to play well. Didn't I, Alex? I think I told you anyway. I was actually looking up the overall, and one of the top 100 players actually captained Ward. Got an 86-point week. Was like, what? I told you to play Ward, I think, Alex, too. I don't see why you would have played Mendy against Newcastle, in fairness, because Newcastle are just top tier right now. Newcastle, I could see even overtake City at some point. City carry up their form. This is like some bad form I've seen City in. Don't dwell on the past, but look at the future. I'm not going to talk about this week. What's me? Likes you. Hey Fabio, you call him a donor, but we're flipping Núñez and flipping Foden. It's hilarious, like, who told you, oh yeah, Foden's gonna grab a goal and bonus points this week because you got rid of him last week, and he did. I just knew the minute it said Foden was on the starting sheet, he was gonna do something. This is what annoys me about Pep. He would have played Foden every single week the last weeks. Think of the difference it would have made. City would have probably been on top of the Premier League right now. Obviously that, but, you know, they don't like making good decisions. All they do is make bad decisions. We're still trying to figure out what we're doing in the draft. Jesus isn't staying in there. Cancelo's going down to someone. And Martinelli's going out. But I'm still undecided what I'm doing at the moment. I'm also a donut. Who even has Mendy in their team? No offence, Alex. Who even has Mendy in their team? That was the game I thought. But Almiron was a mile offside. Almiron weren't a mile offside. It was a mile onside, you mean? Almiron, like, I bought him in the other week when he was like 9% owned. Everyone was laughing at me, wasn't this Slate? Everyone was laughing at me. And then he got a 12-pointer. And then he got an 8-pointer. Then he come across with a 6-pointer. So he's earned me like 26 points in 3 weeks. I thought. So I've told you to have bloody Almiron for. Don't even get. I've told you to have Almiron for like the last 4. So don't give me that rubbish. Almiron's been phenomenal. To be honest, I went into Almiron for forward and I'm still well the point. True. Got 8.6 points. So yeah, it was a good move. What I'm saying is, I still kept Foden instead of moving that move to Saka. It did pay off. He had some blanks, but he's made a little bit of points up for that. Like, it was just like the perfect week for him to get a 9 points. Otherwise, I would have had a bad week. What makes me laugh is how bad Foco's done, considering he's got. That's the problem. Like, all these people who kept Tony from the week and didn't switch him to Wilson. Like, if I would have made that move to Wilson, I would have kept him. Think of the points I would have had this week. Mad. Really is mad. Like, there would have been a green arrow, I would have caught points. Kane, down, Haaland has to be my. No, I'd argue you're better off having De Bruyne, Salah, Haaland, Darwin. I would argue ways Kane. But the only thing I got De Bruyne is he has got World Cup games and club injuries. Same with Kane. I do feel like Kane. Salah, Foden, or KDB, Saka. Salah Foden. Salah Foden all day long. I don't even like Saka. I prefer Diaz. If you was going to do like those moves, I'd either do Salah Foden or KDB Luis Diaz. It's like a switch for a switch. A Foden replaces a KDB, a Diaz replaces a Salah. It's like a switch for a switch. I could, straight up, I could do De Bruyne out. I could do Kane in. See, Ronaldo's one to look out of in the World Cup. If Ronaldo picks up form in the World Cup, oh, he's got knocked. I still haven't done my World Cup squad. Is it just me or Slate? Or every time you go to confirm your World Cup team, it asks you to sign in even though you're already signed in? Yeah. Foden bags a lot. It's a great point. Foden bags a lot. Whether Foden's going to be starting after the World Cup or not. Problem is that would only be 9.2 there. Going Kane. Foden. See, it's whether you have Kane, Darwin, don't go Salah, no winner. Whether you be one of those ballsy people. Like, Kane is seeming to perform. Not performing, he does perform week in, week out. Yeah, KDB is consistent. Like, I could just be annoying as hell. Go De Bruyne, no, Haaland, and Foden. Not have Cancelo, replace Cancelo. Like, cheap defender. On paper, I probably want Andrew Robertson. Then that only me 6 of it. Can't really. Robertson does look very good. Get an assist. Good pick up. And at 4.7 owned. Okay. Like getting Kane, De Bruyne, Haaland, Darwin, Foden. That takes a lot of sacrifices. I wouldn't have enough left to bring in a midfielder. So I can't go Robertson. But I can go some cheap defender. I'll go. I can go a Kanji. Kanji might keep starting. Aki. What a flipping donut, man. Oh no, I can't because I have too many. And missing De Bruyne. Like De Bruyne and Foden, Haaland, that could be ridiculous. That could be ridiculous right there. But it's like missing that where I could have Cancelo and Diaz. Or like or I could have Robertson. No. Pep always costing his game, yeah. This is like problem is if I was to go KDB here, then I'd have to make like Robbo, other players there. But Pep always costing his game. Yeah, I do feel like Pep cost his game. It's a controversial decision. Right, can you boys hear me? We're good now. I understand. If I could do that front three and have De Bruyne or Salah in somehow, I should be good. Hey, if I can get that front three and have De Bruyne in, I'll be happy, man. If I can have De Bruyne, Salah in, or Salah, I thought it's both. If I put this with my ex, Edison, Diaz, Akanji, or Forte, right? Walker, hello, Rodri. I agree with all of that, apart from the Alvarez. What you've got to think, right? Brian and Foden are just going to come back from the World Cup. But I feel like Foden's been being benched due to going in the World Cup. And you have got to think logically, right? If Foden's in the World Cup, De Bruyne's in the World Cup, Salah's not in the World Cup. Salah has time to train and has time to be fit for the upcoming games more. And he's had more time off. I won't put Grealish there. I'd rather put Mahrez there than Alvarez. Mahrez sucks too. I love Bernardo Silva. I love Foden. I feel there is a bit of thing there. I would not be playing Diaz. I'd play a Akanji and Laporte with Cancelo and Walker. I would not be playing Ruben Diaz. I'd rather play a Akanji and Diaz. I feel like Akanji's a better defender than Ruben Diaz. But it all depends on how you're trying to look at things in a way. Because you've obviously got a lot of defenders. So Pep, you've even got that new Gomez as well. That Gomez is a pretty damn good defender. We need to win the game back today, by the way, boys. That W. We need to get to 26 points. But honestly, I feel Salah could be better. But it's all going to depend. I need to quickly check something, boys. I think. Foden won't start every game for England. Why wouldn't he? Maddison's just picked up a knock, hasn't he? So why wouldn't Foden start every game? If Maddison's just picked up a knock, so Maddison's going to be out the first couple games. You're going to play Saka, Foden, Grealish, and others. So I don't see why he wouldn't do that. If he plays Wilson, then he's a nutter. The fact he's not put Ivan Toney in really confuses my ass, because if he don't bring him in within the next couple of days, he's got to actually finish off the team. Then I'm going to be a bit annoyed. Tony's kind of proved his worth more than Wilson. I feel when it comes to Southgate now, he's a bit more favouritism over his pick. He'll only pick his favourite players, not the players who are actually good, which is somehow how Harry Maguire got in the England squad. God's sake, how does Harry Maguire get in the England squad? And how does he cost 5.5 mil on the World Cup fantasy and Trippier's only 5 mil? Explain to me that. He should be like 4.5 mil. How bad he is right now. Like I've already said, United are going to get like 40 million in for him in the summer. I don't even see the point of selling him. As much as he's crap, he's still a better reserve than Lindelof. And you're only going to get half the money you paid for him anyway. Might as well just give him a new contract, but give him a new contract for dirt amount of money when that one runs out. Give him like 5 mil or something. Give him cheap money. Don't give him anything expensive. Foden, but I still think that, like I said, I still think Foden starts this game. The England squad for me, Trippier has to be in it. Tomori has to be in it. Maguire needs to be benched. He needs to be on that bench, which he won't because Southgate's favouritism. So I'm telling you now, Maguire will probably start every game because that's how Gareth Southgate's dumb mind seems to work. Grealish, in my opinion, should have to earn his way back into that England squad. He doesn't deserve to be in that England squad with the current performance he's been putting in. Kane has to start. Obviously, Kane has to start. Needs to be a World Cup team today. I tried doing it. I made my squad and click confirm, but it's saying you can't sign in. It's saying sign in even though I'm signed in. So maybe I've got to go on Google and make my squad and confirm my squad on there. Maybe I have to do that, which I'll go and try and sort it out. Yeah, man. Portugal ain't gonna finally. I think Ronaldo's got a knock at it. Ronaldo might be out. We'll see today, but if Ronaldo's out, then Portugal's buggered. But why is this so hard to pick a team? This is what I hate about having the refresh on your team. I still think Salah could be a better option than De Bruyne. But Salah's not going to the World Cup, which makes me think it could be a good option. Even Firmino over Darwin could even be a good option. Even Firmino and Darwin up front could be. Have De Bruyne and Salah in the midfield. Like that could be a phenomenal decision. You're having the two Liverpool attackers. You got Salah. You got De Bruyne. So Robertson. You got to fit in. Oh yeah. I remember that year last year where like there was a transfer to Newcastle and I had 4 Newcastle players in my team. It actually worked out with some games, but other than that, it was bad. It really depends how far Belgium goes. Yeah, it does. I feel like England are gonna surprise a lot of people here. And I'm not gonna big us up and say we're gonna go finals or anything, but I do feel like we're gonna get to the quarters and semis, not the finals. I don't think it'll be Brazil and Argentina, Portugal and Argentina. Find what people. Ramsdale, Short, Tamori, Stones, Walker if he's fit. Rice, Madison, Bellingham, Foden, Kane, Stones, Saka. Ramsdale's not in the squad. He'll play Pickford. If not, he'll play Pope. Me, I feel like Dean Henderson should be the starting goalkeeper. That's my. Not even in. Tony has to be in that squad. The fact you've not included Tony in that squad is ridiculous. I feel like I'd rather play Ivan Tony and Kane up front and bench Sterling. Bellingham's a must. Madison's out. Rice is fit. What is a joke? Yeah. Ronaldo's ill. Oh, I thought he had a knock. Oh, he'll be alright then. Back to Murray. I'd rather even have Chris Smalling than John Stone. I'd rather put Chris Smalling there. I don't like John. God, he's good for City, but never good for England. He always cocks it up for England. Luke Shaw doesn't deserve to be in that squad, and you'll have a United fan sit here and tell you that. No way in hell that he should get in that squad. No, I think it's ridiculous. Shaw has enough game time. Should he get in the squad? Rice and me gotta be in the squad. How do I see my team value? So go online and just literally scroll the whole thing down at the very bottom like that. It won't show it here on this page, but go to pick team and just scroll down to the very bottom and you'll see your team value when you go down. Mine's 102.3 mil now. Was 103.3 mil, but I've lost a mil by getting the salary on one of them. That's a starting 11. Yeah, but I just don't feel Shaw should get in it. No, I don't feel like Shaw's actually worthy of being in that squad. Walker's probably going to be out still, so Wan-Bissaka will play. Plays over Shaw then. Anyone. Play over Shaw. I don't even care if you put a defender like a centre back in the right back position. So not right back position, left back position. I don't care. No one argue. Anyone. Play Jed Spence. Play Jed Spence in the left back position. Play Jed Spence. Like, he was actually good at Forest. He's going to be better than Shaw in defence. Like, the Shaw situation is, Shaw's not had as much game time until recently. Crap. Jed Spence hasn't had game time because there's better left wing backs at Spurs. But I still think he outweighs Shaw. I think we need to give the younger players a chance because these younger players are amazing. I think that's controversial. I think he should have left Malacia. Luke Shaw does not play better than Tyrone Malacia. No way in hell. Does not deserve that. I think everyone bigs up these players like Shaw and everything. Not even that good. And I'll sit here as a United fan and say it clear as day because Shaw is terrible. I can't stand Luke Shaw one bit. And this annoys me about all the England players. He'll go and pick players who are his favourite the minute they have one good game and try and justify it. And then you won't go and pick Ivan Toney, who's had a phenomenal season. He's up there with the top 4 strikers for me this season. And you're not picking him. I'd argue actually no, he's a top 3. I'd argue Haaland, Kane, Toney are the best front 3 this season. All the players. So the fact you'll have Callum Wilson over Ivan Toney disgusts me. And that's why he deserves a sack. The players he picks every single year are ridiculous. If he was picking the right players, we could have literally won a World Cup by now if he was picking the right players. That ain't me being biased and that ain't me trying to be funny. We could have won by now. If he would have picked the right players like your Tomores, your Tonys. Stop playing Trent every bloody week. The fact that if Trippier plays, Trippier has to play over Trent. Trippier has to play over Trent. If Trent plays, I'll lose my nut. There's no way in hell Trent can even get in that squad. We'll score 10 own goals with Trent and Maguire at the back. We ain't having them in. Same with Shaw. I'd rather not have Shaw in either. No, I agree Mount should be in the squad. But I feel like he's always going to pick likes Mount. Mount's okay for England. Mount's quite good for England. So I do like Mount for England. But Toney instead of Wilson, that's just justifiable, man. Why would you pick Callum Wilson? Maddison's out, so you do need Mount. I keep trying to explain to you, Alex, that Maddison's out, and Maddison will be out the first game. Second game, he'll probably be out too. He had a very bad knock yesterday and was coming off limping very bad. So I do feel like you'll find Maddison will be out, and he's could even be worse. It could be a twisted hamstring or something. Where he was coming off was ridiculous. Either that or he's done his groin. If he's done his groin, he's going to be out for a minimum of 3. So I feel like you can't really sit and say, keep putting in chat Maddison's going to play when he's not going to play. So disinclude Maddison from the situation right now. Until we get any news saying he's back from injury. Maddison's apparently fine if he's injured. Not from what I saw on Twitter. From what I saw on Twitter, he was injured badly. He was going to be out for a couple. But we'll see what happens. But from what I saw, he was out for a couple. He could start and I could be wrong. So I'm not going to be surprised when I'm wrong. I'm going to hope I'm wrong. I'd rather have Maddison in the England squad, but they've not took him off as a precaution for the England World Cup. They've just took him off because he was hurt. Leicester wouldn't just take the players off. Leicester, no team in the Premier League actually cares about the World Cup. No managers do. Probably why Pep played Foden the whole time. I still feel like Foden should have had more games. So, Trossard in that Belgian squad. He's in the squad. He's going to be in the starting lineup. 5.5 mil. He's a bargain of World Cup football. Bit of a pee take. Eden Hazard's a big differential for that, by the way, lads. I'm telling you now, Slate, Eden Hazard will play so. I'm excited to see how the World Cup goes, though. The World Cup don't get to knockouts with it. So I'm happy with that captain rule. Captain. Like, because have Messi, he gets the 2 points and this captain's Ronaldo before the scores. I feel like it's mental how people actually do that, and you can definitely every. This is a. I feel like they should get fined for things. Is there actually something I've missed? I was looking through Twitter last night, and as far as I'm aware, Madison was. If there's something on Instagram defining his in, then I'll be very happy because I want to. Oh, I didn't see that. Fair enough. Right, I'm gonna stop arguing with you, Alex then. Fair enough. Madison does seem to be alright. I didn't see that post. Cheers for that, Slay. What I saw was a post off the same person before saying he was out. But I didn't see that post. Fair enough. Jack and Mitro prime example. Mitrovic is just in his own. Xhaka, I agree, is probably a Mitrovic. Mitrovic gets injured every week. Same with like Martial. I feel like Anthony's definitely faking his. I feel like that's a bit of a fake from Anthony. Okay, up. I feel he's faking his so much for us moments, and that's why I know he's not going to be on. Larios took a minus 100, like 45 points this season, whatever, 44 points. Something like that, meant you Fabio, but you're still doing okay. Like, if someone doesn't tell you that my stepdad can go and catch up like 120 points in 3 weeks, that means you could easily catch up 130 points. Not the goal either. Anderson. Right, anyway, what was you doing? We need to get back to making this. Martial's not faking. Martial's injured every week. Martial isn't faking. Martial's just injured every single. It's Martial. When is he not injured? Like, you give me a week when Martial was actually not injured. He's injured every week. I feel for me the best team could be this. This. Get Salah out. Bring in Diaz. That could be an OP team. Oh, sugar, my camera's gone, boys. Give me a minute. I've kind of just knocked the camera off. What a donut. Right, okay, give me a minute, guys. No, I knocked the standoff for some dumb reason. Empty. No, I'm not doing a challenge. I'm not. No, bugger off. Bugger off, Slay. Because that's not even fair. Because Diaz ain't even. Yeah, but Slay's going, oh, go Odegaard, go Odegaard, go Odegaard with Martinelli. But I'm going to bring Martinelli in myself. Shut up, Slay. Shut up next time. Stupid Martinelli. It's your Martin. Do one with your Sackers as well. I'll have my little Luis Diaz differential. Right, I could upgrade Odegaard anyway, Alex. I've got the money to upgrade Odegaard, mate. But I have the money. Can't be arsed. I have the money. Darwin, Haaland and Kane could be very good. Kane and Haaland are having a phenomenal season. Say the minimum. Can't believe my camera got locked off. It sounds like a freak. Luckily, it was only the stand though that come down, not the actual camera. That was alright. Go try. I don't overlook Diaz. I'm telling you now, no pro will overlook Diaz. Why? How is Nico Patterson attacking the Patterson? Why would I make? Hey, how are you? What up, Lewis, mate? Long time no bloody see. I ain't seen you in here for ages. How are you, mate? No, I'm not having Trashford in. No, I don't like Trashford. Even United fan, I don't like Trashford. Why am I even bother putting Trashford in my team? How is your team going, Lewis? We're just making a draft. We're just making a draft. Still prefer, yeah, but I'd still prefer. Oh my bad, I didn't. Prices are frozen, by the way, boys. You will lose money if you get Saliba like me. Oh well. Too much enough after 5 weeks. Finally, I got. Hey, don't worry about it. We all have bad runs. I've had a red arrow this. Don't even about it. I had a red arrow for what was it? What did I have a red arrow for? Slay 3 weeks in a row. Then I had a green, then a green, then a green, and now I've had a red again. So you'll have your little run. Slay, why did you retract that message for, lad? Or is it just a thing message? Whatever Lewis has just put the message back up for me, Slay, because I couldn't even read what it said quick enough. That's YouTube's little way of being gay. Let's move the camera one sec, guys. Right, that should be a better angle for me. Yeah. I don't see why it likes to do. I don't think it's your tack, to be honest. We're not as inconsistent as Chelsea, so you on with that rubbish. Like I said, could you just, Lewis, put that message you just put back in chat, please? You're not thinking about bringing a. Oh, he deleted himself. Lewis, put that message back, lad. I don't care what you put in my chat, to be honest, lad. If it's from you, lad, I don't really care. You're not thinking about bringing. Why would I? Just because I'm a United fan doesn't mean I'm dumb enough to fall into the trap of Marcus Rashford. Going Warden De Gea a lot. Hello, Trippier. Don't go Dyer. Don't go Bowen. Switch for Saka or Foden. Rodrigo is not really a good pick with the upcoming fixtures. Martinelli I like. Trossard I like. So the ones I wouldn't have is Dyer, Bowen, Rodrigo, and Mings. Still not sure. I just want to go quite different. Yeah, no, that's fine. I wouldn't try and go differential. Just go template with like 2 differential players. Don't go big on the differentials. Not pay off. Bowen I wouldn't go with. That's okay, eh? I thought you were deleting it because it was someone else, but that's... I'll have to fully make my draft like the last week for the dead. I'll end up making. Oh man, I do really want De Bruyne, man. Getting De Bruyne and stuff is hard. Like, I still trust Salah. I still trust them. I'd have to get there. Who did I actually get? I think I went Cancelo out. Go. Zinchenko could be good. Zinchenko's back. He was back now. Because he's back now, he's a good pick. Zinchenko actually tends to pick up assists. And when he's actually back fit now, he could start picking up assists. Mate, I don't disagree having Haaland, Kane and Darwin though. I don't disagree with that. I think that's great. But maybe Zinchenko instead of White. Maybe Zinchenko instead of White. That could be a really good pick. Because Zinchenko is so attacking. Because you got to think he's going to be involved in a lot of assists with that Arsenal defence. He's going to be pushing up a lot, and he's Zinchenko. Fabio, I'd go differential. I wouldn't go Gabriel. Go Zinchenko. He's 8% owned. Like, that's very big differential there. Like, 8% is quite a good ownership to go with. Can't be damn. I don't even mind the Arsenal double up. I wouldn't mind the Leicester defender like Castagne. Castagne has got like Fulham, Nottingham Forest, so it's a good thing. He's just a bench option, and he can keep clean sheets. Only play. Just play. He's better than Patterson. That's what it mainly is. My team is Pope, Ward, okay. Defenders Robertson, Dalot, Nico, White. Jonas Foden, Dooley, Amron, Somerville, Martinelli. Forwards Darwin, Kane, Haaland. So Trippier. 2 White, 2 Zinchenko. 2 White, 2 Zinchenko. I think I've got to suck it up and just say, look, you can't have big players in the middle. But good. What about that? Yeah, I don't see why I submitted, to be honest, because I've probably just put myself an extra 27 transfers on like I have, but oh well. Whatever, do I care? No. We can't do nothing about it now. Oh, man. No, don't do that. Because I already got rid of Salah, bro. I lost like it. You can still change once you submit. Yeah, I can still change once I submit, Fabio. I know. I did lose a bit of money though. It's not really worth it. The more transfers you make, like if you're even with someone on, let's say you're on 760 points and I'm on 760, well, obviously will never happen where I am now. It will come down to who's made the most transfers. If I make 100 transfers and you've made 10, you'll be higher than me. If you submit, you can't back the original players. You will take. What would you take a -4 for? You don't take a -4 for going back to your original players. What are you on about? All you can do is if you submit is lose. But if I go, I can't really do. I haven't got the money. Let's say I was to do that to Saliba or something. It wouldn't really matter. Where the hell Alexander Zinchenko now? Well, yeah, I did. I said no, don't do it. Probably. What's up, Warrior? Slay. Gosh, you can't get Salah back. No, you can go back to your original players. You're a donut. There's no rule that says that, mate. Look, if I was to go Salah out, let's do Kane out and put look, look. I had Foden in before, 2.3 mil, right? Put him back in. If I make that transfer, I won't take a hit, you donut. You lose team value if you sell a player and buy him back. Be careful and limit transfer. Yes. The last set price you can confident. Yeah. You'll have 2% going to game case and if you don't make it. Yeah. And yeah, so there's nothing that says a -4, Slay. You don't lose points. You just lose team value if you sell a player and buy him back. What the game is trying to tell you. Yeah, I already know I lose team value. I already knew that. I already knew I lose 4 point team value if I was to get rid of Salah. I've already lost a mil team value, so don't worry. I already knew all this. Not a big deal. I don't mind losing like 1 point mil value to get the perfect team. Don't worry about that. I already knew that, mate. Don't worry. I'm not gonna bring Salah back in anyway. Like the actual team I've actually made is probably what my team is gonna be, unless I have any more news. But I say I do want Kane up front, so I might have to make the 2 changes and put Kane up front. Not a big deal. Saka. That's not a big deal. And then obviously go Cancelo out. But getting Cancelo out and putting him back in obviously would cost me money, so I've got to make sure if I'm going to get Cancelo out, I'm going to definitely get Cancelo out. But I do like this team. Oh yeah, you switched to Tony Blanke. In fairness, Warrior, on paper it was a good move because Tony had City, so don't be mad. Don't be mad. I knew this. I did say Solanke would return, but I wasn't expecting Tony to return, to be honest. It's just good. Yeah, what I can say is I did what was best at the moment, and I was in the same situation, I would have dropped Tony and bought Solanke myself. So don't fret it. It's FPL. Do you think I enjoyed getting rid of Trossard to Foden like 4 weeks ago, and Trossard's outscored Foden even with that 9 pointer by like 12 points every free? I understand he's inconsistent. Yeah, I suppose really. Yeah, fair enough. There's probably 6 points between them. You've still got a good points off Solanke, so just take it. Solanke should have scored as well. I'm annoyed with the call I give. I'm still annoyed with the call I give Slay, man. I was expecting Trent to do so well. He was so unlucky. He had a free kick and he hit the bar. I was like, it's gonna go in, and he hits the bar. Chelsea's defence is appalling. I refuse to put Reece James in. I know he bags assists and like it's Reece James, but I refuse to put him in my team. I still like Solanke as a pick, but freaking Nunes. What a dick. I literally said yesterday on stream, well, watch, Nunes is going to score like 2 or 3 goals, and he did. I just knew it was going to happen just because I ain't got him in my team. And Slade didn't bring him in like I told him not to, and Jesus blanked. Which, in fairness, Slade, was you watching the game? Jesus hit the bar 3 times. On a freaking open goal, he hit the bar flipping 3 times, and 2 of them was open net. So it's ridiculous. Zaha missed a penalty, which was ludicrous, because Henderson went the wrong way. Yeah, Zaha's an absolute donut. I've already bought him out of my team, so I'm forgetting I'm going to lose team value on him. He was 7.5 mil. How much is it to buy Zaha back? 7.5. I think I sold him for 7.4. I'm not bringing Zaha back in my... Like, I refuse. I'm not bringing Zaha back in my team, man. No way. Villa's probably going to score against Brighton today. Fast. Warrior, 7.5 million people who captained Haaland was stunned he didn't get anything. And the other 1.8 mil who captained Salah was stunned he didn't get anything. And then you've got that lucky 1.2 mil who've put captains all over the shop and got away with it. The pain from yesterday, boys, we can't talk about this week. And this was like the worst end to the game weeks we could have had. Like, I was bigging it up, like, oh yeah, I might get a 60-point week. Salah's going to return 2 goals. Haaland's going to return a hat trick. Jesus going to return. I'm going to have a great week. And then they all think it's funny to just blank. And then Zaha thinks it's funny to get 0 points. It's so dumb. Because I know for a fact Andreas will go and score like 2 goals. Slay, don't even start rubbing that crap in my. Still got to cook that. Getting about. I was still got. I can't remember what it was, but I think. They're like, I don't know anyone not had a bad week. Apart from these dumb people, you just have low owned, stupid ass players who keep getting consistent points. Like, do you see Morgan Gibbs White got 11 points after getting 24 points in 2 weeks? 0.3 mil, and owned 5.5 mil. Looks very. You want to go differential slay? That's a great. He'll push you over 61 point guarantee. I reckon he scores 2 goals against Villa. I reckon you'll find you're going to have a ridiculous. You're only being vile, Slay, because I've got Sanchez in goal, you little piece of crap. Sanchez is getting a clean sheet now. Shut up. Don't ever want to go Salah out. I say that. Can you actually lose money on Salah? Can you actually lose money on him? You can't, can you? You can't actually lose money on Salah. What can I sell him for? 12.8, and he's 12.8 to bring back in. So I can't lose money on Salah. So I can bring Salah in and out as much as I like. He's not even at his 13 mil gap, is he? So you can bring him in and out and it doesn't make a price difference for you. I don't know how I lost a mil. I really don't know what. I think I lost a bit on Wilson. And I made a bit of money. In fairness, I suppose it's fair. I was being a dick the other day and saying, oh yeah, I'm glad Pope didn't get a clean sheet. I'm glad Pope didn't get a clean. So we're good on that end. That's pretty good, Warrior. To be fairness, lad, that's pretty good, mate. Alex is like, no, 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 no. I hope not. Rashford will probably score again, mate, just to make my week worse. Like, as a United fan, I'll be buzzing, but then as an FPL player, I'll be like, no. Right, we are going to be back in about 3 minutes, boys. Wait on that. Salah and Martial, Tony or King? Yes, mad. He is slave. Kane tends to always be consistent as hell, but me getting out after that first week for Haaland was dumb. I should have just made like a minus. Well, no, I don't regret this, but I feel like I should have. Yeah, I should have probably done that myself and not lost them. Um, I think, boys, we're going to end this here now, lads. We've had a decent stream. Been on for an hour and a half. Yo, what up, Just Shorts, man? You've come in at like the worst time because we're about to end, but you want to ask a quick question before we go, brother? Good. I'm literally just about to end this. Quickly, hurry up, boys. You got any questions? I'll give you 1 more minute. Hurry up. Yeah, I've got to rush off. I'm going to Kane, Darren Haaland, combo, Foden, Saka, Kulu, or Zaha. Foden, Kulu, Zaha. Don't go Saka. So, I'm probably going to talk to you in a minute, Slay, anyway. I ain't step up. I'm gonna get off now, boys. So thank you all for dropping by, especially you, Shorts. If any of you boys haven't subscribed already, it'd be much appreciated because we're trying to reach the 200 goal by the end of the year. And thank you, boys, for stopping by. It's been a